If you could go back and watch history unfold, would you? Days that made it seem like one person could change everything. Nights when phenomenons were born. Moments when the impossible happened. If you could go back and watch one of the great pieces of history unfold, go back and watch a man plead with God, a woman mesmerize a nation, a mission launched, a journey, a miracle. If you could go back and be reminded that 1 + 1 can equal the incredible, would you? You don't always see history coming from the start. Some things take longer than others to evolve, which means you might not know what you're watching the first time it happens. But once it happens over and over again, once you learn how 2 prayer warriors can lift a culture, once you realize that what happens when truth reveals the lie, you have to be there, watching, experiencing. That's history, brothers and sisters. 2 boys and a woman of faith are about to risk everything they have for heaven's sake. But this is not only about them. A nation hangs in the balance. They would not give everything for just chance. They would passionately seek the most valuable thing the world has ever known. It's legendary. Is today your last chance to watch history? Probably not. But someday, are you going to think about this time or that time? These 3 warriors, this battle, the history that's about to be made ahead of us, and just wish you could go back? Yeah, I will too.
My name is David Di Carvalho. I'm the senior pastor for Mokuaikaua. Today we had just the opportunity of sharing with the community and members of our church about this very important designation that was given to us by the National Trust for Historical Preservation. We receive an award being in the 11 most endangered historic sites. Thank you for joining us today for this incredibly exciting announcement. Just over a year ago, a process began that we hoped would ensure Mokuaikaua Church, Hawaii's first church, would remain a state and national treasure for the generations to come. The 2006 earthquake inflicted extensive structural damage, threatening the long-term existence of this treasure. This is why we're so pleased to announce to you today that the National Trust for Historic Preservation has designated Mokuaikaua Church as one of America's 11 most endangered places. This designation is a great honor, and we believe will bring the attention and resources needed to preserve this historic site as we prepare to celebrate our 195th anniversary. What this designation means? Perhaps even more exciting, it is the opportunity we have to remind Hawaii and the nation of the Christian heritage Mokuaikaua Church represents. For hundreds of years, a well-known Hawaiian prophecy told of a black box that would bring peace and salvation to the islands. When the first Christian missionaries arrived here in 1820, Thomas, a native of the Big Island and recently educated at Yale University, presented with the missionaries the king and queen with a gift, a Bible inside of a black box. Thomas could never have guessed that just a short time before his arrival, the old religion on the islands was abolished and the people were waiting with a hope for its replacement. The royal family embraced the God of the Bible and gave the land to build Mokuaikaua Church just across the way from the royal palace. Today, I believe this historic designation is also launching a new era, not only to renovate the treasure, but to pray for revival here on the Big Island and across the state and nation. Plans are underway to renovate the church steeple and property and to celebrate its completion in 2020, which also will be our 200th anniversary. This is a great undertaking and will require great support and financial resources to accomplish. Information on how to be involved can be found on the church website and printed material you will receive today. In closing, I want to thank the National Trust for Historical Preservation, the media for sharing our message with the world, and all the people that have visited or call Mokuaikaua Church home over the past 194 years. May God continue to use Hawaii's oldest church to change lives and nations. Mahalo. Deanna from the Big Island of Hawaii Visitors Bureau is here and will share a few words with us.
Aloha, kahu, and everyone, on behalf of the Hawaii Visitor and Convention Bureau, to earmark this very special day in the history of Hawaii, it's only appropriate that we present Mokuaikaua Church with the new Hawaii Visitor and Convention Bureau Kamehameha Warrior Marker, and we appreciate all you do, and we're out there to share the history to our visitors as well. Mahalo nui loa.
For me, Mokuaikaua Church is a huge part of Kailua Kona. As everybody knows, it's the oldest Christian church in the state. It's a hugely significant historical building and a huge part of the culture here. We would be truly lost without Mokuaikaua Church.
My name is David Ross, and I am the Vice Chairman of the Board of Trustees here at Mokuaikaua Church. Been here since 1977 and worked with our church all the way along. The historic nature of this church is really important, and we're working with a team of design and construction professionals to come up with a strategy to restore parts of the steeple as well as the entire structural system.
We appreciate all that Mokuaikaua does and how important it is with the history of Hawaii, and we want to make sure that our visitors are aware and share in that as well.
The recognition that this church is receiving today will go a long way to sharing the good news, the gospel of Jesus Christ, throughout the islands. Congratulations.